Okay, so Jeanie Buss found herself in a little hot water when she done her car wash interview of a lot of media outlets, really promoting the documentary that's going to be on Hulu TV called Winning Time. She talked about the past, present, and future of Laker culture. She talked about Magic. She talked about stories of Magic Johnson, Kobe and Shaq, LeBron James. She even talked about a lot of food for thought things that I did not know that her father could have purchased the Dallas Cowboys. That would have been awesome if he would have purchased the Dallas Cowboys. You guys know I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan, but that's neither here nor there. She also talked about Paula Abdul being a Laker dancer and becoming this huge, phenomenal pop singer, even though I knew that. But she talked about a lot of stories, and I suggest to you guys, go check out the full interview on NBARadio.com. But she also talked about the up-and-coming season as well as last year. She talked about LeBron James, Anthony Davis, them hiring Darvin Ham. But when the interviewer wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook, which, by the way, Russell Westbrook has been in constant trade talks ever since he donned the purple and gold last year, and you guys know how I feel about them trading for Russell Westbrook in the first place. She basically said that Russell Westbrook was consistently the best player for the Los Angeles Lakers, and she utilized the argument of longevity. Russell Westbrook played in more games than LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And she also feels like if the Lakers were healthy, the Lakers could have made a deep playoff run. Now, a lot of people are killing Jeanie Buss, by the way, of that one little tidbit that she believes that Russell Westbrook was the best player last year, and she utilized her argument of longevity. So people are killing her with that, which, by the way, she had to recant and say he was the most consistent player. Longevity, consistent player, played the most games. It all adds up 2 + 2. All right. So it's funny to me how people are killing her and saying that she doesn't know nothing about basketball, because she using the longevity argument, saying that, well, just because he played in more basketball games than LeBron James and Anthony Davis doesn't make him the best player for the Los Angeles Lakers last year. But these same players, including these same fans, including Shannon Sharpe and these blind witnesses, are killing her by using the longevity argument. These are the same people that use the longevity argument when they say LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. He's far and beyond better than Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, okay? And they utilize the longevity argument, talking about, well, look at his stats, 28-8, okay? Magic couldn't do that. Larry couldn't do that. MJ couldn't do that. So by far, he should be the GOAT, okay? End of discussion. His longevity. But when Jeanie Buss uses the longevity narrative, now all of a sudden she doesn't know basketball, okay? Now, here's my deal with longevity. If you want to use the longevity argument, you have to put things in perspectives, all right? I feel like you can utilize the longevity argument, but you also have to say to yourself, look, with the rule changes, with how Adam Silver wants to promote this league, he wants more scoring. If you breathe on an offensive player, they're going to blow the whistle quick, fast, in a hurry. You got to allow that player space, okay? Shooting, if you have a talent and you can put the ball in the basket, and if your perimeter game, your three-point game, your free throw game, if you're good at that perspective, you're going to have a long, outstanding career in the NBA, okay? The rest of us are going to have to struggle, all right? But if you look at how the rules are changed and it benefits the offensive player, that means, and you got to allow that player space, that means a lot of players are going to have longer longevity in this league. everyone talked about like LeBron James is going to be the only player in this era that's going to have that could play 20 plus years. Look at Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony has been, a lot of people feel like Carmelo Anthony was blackballed in the NBA. But the real truth of it is, I feel like Carmelo Anthony was struggling with the fact that, look, he still believes that he's a starter, and he was bouncing from team to team to team, being traded from team to team to team. But when Carmelo Anthony got in the realization that, look, you're no longer a starter, but you can still play professional basketball on a high level coming off the bench, by the way, you're going to have a great career in the NBA. And it would not surprise me if Carmelo Anthony plays in the league 20 plus years. Steph Curry, if you look at Steph Curry, Steph Curry doesn't care about being the man. I can see Steph Curry playing for the Golden State Warriors for 20 plus years, all right? Because he can come off the bench and provide you with huge scoring output. The same with Klay Thompson. There's a lot of players in this league that's going to have phenomenal careers and last longer than 10, 20 plus years. 20 plus years in another 2 to 5 years, that's going to be the constant norm for future players here on out that can put the ball in the basket with the perimeter game in their three-point game. You're going to have to allow these players space and opportunity. You can't press up on them. You can't hand check them. You can't breathe on them, okay? So, yes, the longevity argument is an argument, but it shouldn't be your main factor. But it's funny to me how everyone is slaying and killing Jeanie Buss by saying, Russell Westbrook was the better player because of his longevity. He played in more games than LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Everyone is killing her with that narrative, but people use that same narrative to say, oh, well, LeBron James is by far the GOAT in a discussion. He's better than Michael Jordan. He's better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let's talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his scoring title. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got in the scoring title, no one said without a shadow of a doubt, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is hands down the better player. He's better than Bill Russell. He's better than Wilt Chamberlain, okay? He's better than Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. He's better than Michael Jordan. He's better than all of the greats. He should be the GOAT in a discussion because he's got the scoring title. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got the scoring title, it was a thing, but it wasn't a big thing, okay? Because in order for you to get that scoring title, you got to have what? Longevity. You have to be willing to accept your role, any type of role, to get that scoring title. And that's why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played in so many years just to get that scoring title, all right? And that's what LeBron James is doing with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's why LeBron James feels like, and I truly believe LeBron James could do 20 plus years. I could see LeBron James playing 23, 25 years in the NBA, all right? But everyone thinks this is a huge accomplishment. No, it's not. A lot of people feel like, well, it's because he spends $1 million on his body. He works in the lab. He works in the gym, which is all true, but it's not the main factor of why he can stay 20 plus years in the league. While he's doing that, Carmelo Anthony was eating cookies and cream and laying on the sofa and still got opportunity after opportunity to play in the National Basketball Association, all right? Is the longevity argument is an argument, but it shouldn't be your main factor of why you think one player is better than the other, all right? So if Jeanie Buss is not allowed to use the longevity argument, or are you guys not going to use the longevity argument when you talk about LeBron James, Shannon Sharp? Are you not going to no longer talk about the longevity argument when you talk about how LeBron James is hands down the better player than Michael Jeffrey Jordan? Okay, so if we're not going to allow her to use the longevity argument, are you guys, who are very hypocritical, are you guys going to use the longevity argument? Okay, I feel like the longevity argument is a discussion, but it shouldn't be the main factor. As far as, now look, Russell Westbrook playing in more games last year for the Los Angeles Lakers than LeBron James or Anthony Davis. I understand where she's coming from. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it didn't equate to a lot of winning. But you also have to realize you got to check the temperature of the room. There was other facets on why the Lakers underperform than, Russell Westbrook playing in a lot of games. I feel like they were not healthy. All right. And I felt like ultimately they stopped caring. They just stopped caring. They just cared about other things. LeBron was caring about the scoring title, the breaking the Kareem record, being on pace to break the Kareem record. Anthony Davis was happy and content of winning a title a couple of seasons ago. He's not hungry to win multiple titles. He's good with that one title. He's good, fam. You got Russell Westbrook happy to be in Los Angeles, and now him being thin-skinned on how people treat him and call him Russell Westbrook, disrespecting his last name. I understand he has a point in that matter, but at the end of the day, nothing is going to stop as far as rule changes or anything like that, where you won't hear that constantly. And the only way you're going to shut them up is to be very successful, okay? So there was a lot of things going on with the Los Angeles Lakers with health. They just didn't care anymore. They pretty much quit on the coach, and they was just promoting other things, okay, other than winning. I feel like Darvin Ham is going to have a winning mentality, a winning culture, winning at all costs, even if it means somebody's going to have to sit on the bench. He has already pushed that narrative before we even played one preseason game or one regular season game. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Deuces.